This is the device I use to clear a space on a busy day. I don't know if any of you are curious as to how it works. A nod of the head from somebody would be appreciated. Marvellous. In that case, I will demonstrate. It works a little bit like this. That's the opposite of what I was trying to achieve. You move back up to the step. That is an ideal place to watch the show from. I'm going to do that again, just to reiterate the point, because obviously I need to. And now just to make absolutely sure. Thank you. Too late. Alright, ladies and gents, that appears to have had the desired effect. I'm, however, still not completely ready to begin. I do still have a few items of equipment that require setting up, and of course, a stage to prepare. So, whilst you're waiting, if you're waiting, I'm going to stick on a bit of music while I set up my gear. Is that alright? But I'm going to do it anyway. This is my mother. Awfully proud, as you can see. Alright, I'm going to stick on a bit of music. Give me a second while I fiddle with the sound reproduction device. Here we go. are standing in exactly the right place. Yeah, this is where I put my safety line out. This line, would you mind, indicates and delineates an appropriate place to watch the show from. So, if you two would mind moving right up to the edge of it, the idea is everybody else will copy you. Thank you. Who seems friendly and accommodating? You do. Would you mind holding that? Thank you, my dear. Much appreciated. You lot over here, do you mind? You know what I'm asking? Thank you for blazing the trail and leading by example. Cheers. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Covent Garden, we are almost ready to start this show. Almost, but not quite, because I still need to warm up. And I'm going to warm up by juggling these 3 machetes. Now, whilst I'm juggling the blades, if you see me stop and pose, that means clap. Okay? Okay? That was the same people, just louder, but I appreciate it nonetheless. You lot over here, do you mind coming joining the rest of the audience? Is that alright? It will stop people walking through the show, which I've been doing thus far. Thank you. Ladies and gents, here we go. I'm going to stick on a bit more music. Would you mind doing the same? You wouldn't mind. Fantastic. Up you come then. I notice you're still watching though. No. Is that the only word you know? No. Right, yeah, one of them. Fair enough. I'm going to stick on a bit more music. Let's see if we can get this show started. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Covent Garden, hello! Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Heavy Metal Pete, and today I will be dancing myself for your entertainment. At the end of the show, I'm going to be using this bed of nails for a difficult, dangerous, death-defying stunt known as the Sandwich of Death. Thank you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I was sort of hoping for some kind of reaction to that statement. Tell you what, ladies and gents, please humour me, okay? It will really help this show if every time I say something like sandwich of death, if you could all go, wow. Otherwise this show's going to go down like a hit. Like a Led Zeppelin. Let's give it another go. A difficult, dangerous, death-defying stunts known as the sandwich of death. Alright, that was actually a lot better than I was expecting. Now, before we get to that part, there is one thing I'm a little concerned about. Later on in the show, I needed that balloon that just burst prematurely, which is not something I suffer from all that often, just to make that clear. The kids didn't get it, don't worry. So, just to not interfere with the smooth running of the performance, I'm going to have to ask somebody to give me a bit of a hand. I don't know who seems trustworthy, accommodating and proper spoiled towards here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, good. Try and plummet that up for us. Blow it up, tie it off, I'll grab it when I need it. Thank you very much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Covent Garden, before we get to the sandwich of death. Some of you seem to have quite short memories. Before that, I have a couple of other tricks I would like to show you. A couple of tricks involving a bull whip and some spaghetti. Now, I don't know if any of you know anything about whips or indeed whip cracking. If you do, then you more than likely already know that this noise is a sonic boom. What that means is when a whip cracks, it's moving in excess of 767 miles an hour, therefore breaking the sound barrier. So, this shot I'm about to attempt, if I miss, then this happens to my fingers. Now obviously, shorter the spaghetti gets, greater the chance I'm going to miss. I normally find by the time the spaghetti has got this short, normally by that point, I would have had some kind of... Good grief, my act's bad today. Get it right down to the end. Some kind of applause. I feel like I've telegraphed that a little bit too much. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate it. Normally my audience is a little slow to respond to that because normally they don't consider it to be dangerous enough. What do you reckon? You want to see more danger? Thank you. What about the rest of you, ladies and gentlemen, Covent Garden? If you'd like to see more danger, say yeah! I was hoping you'd say that. I'll tell you what, it makes more dangerous in two ways. First of all, rather than using this fairly small 5-foot whip, this time I'm going to use my 7-foot whip, which is of course considerably longer and therefore considerably more likely to cause me injury. And rather than holding the spaghetti in my hand, this time I'm going to hold it in my teeth. Yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if I actually cut down these spaghetti strips without losing my sight or my sense of smell, you will know what to do. Clap. Basically. Just so we're all clear on that part. Oh, here we go. God, I love that sound. So did my ex-wife. I'll just point out that line used to land very, very differently when we were still together. If you know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to elaborate because this is a family show. Just thought I'd clear that up. Anyway, enough about my personal life. Let's do the dangerous stuff. Thank you very much, gents and audience. I reckon that might take perfect point to move on to the main part of the show. which is where the balloon comes in. Thank you for looking after that. I see that it's still intact. If you can hold that in the air for us, thank you very much. Now to perform this stunt, I'm going to require the assistance of an audience member. So the first person up to raise their hand, like to join me on stage, that would be marvellous. Apologies, that was subterfuge, I'm afraid. Chicanery, shenanigans, which I apologise, the sad fact of the matter is it's almost impossible to get a volunteer without resorting to some form of trickery. So thank you for being a good sport and coming to assist. Yeah, sorry about the press going through that. What's your name, my dear? Sorry? Catherine. Nice to meet you, Catherine. If you mind coming to join me behind your torture apparatus, I'll explain how this is going to work. At the end of the show, I am going to remove my waistcoat. Is that it? Apparently so. I'm going to lie down upon these sharp spikes. I'll then take another set of equally sharp spikes. I'm going to place some spikes down upon my bare chest, just as if I was inside an Iron Maiden. Your job, Catherine, is to stand up, the top of the whole thing, crush me between the two spiked layers. Now this is a fair bit of responsibility. After all, I could be killed. That would be something of a mega death. I don't think there are any heavy metal fans in the crowd today. Anyway, Catherine, as I was saying, not responsibility. Are you up to it? She says yes! Right, Catherine, this is the finale, which of course means it comes at the end. You're okay to hold on here for a few minutes. There's one more trick I want to show these people first. Fantastic. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as I just said, I've got one more trick in store for you first, and I am curious. Would you be so kind as to raise your hand if you've ever seen a man swallow a sword before? About 5 of you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're in luck. That's exactly what you're about to witness. Very shortly, I will be swallowing this 18-inch steel blade. Now, a bit of background for you, my dears. I never used to perform this on the street. This stunt used to be reserved for my stage bookings only. The reason being because of how dangerous it is. This is widely regarded as being the single most dangerous stunt performed in the circus. Performers have lost their lives attempting this. You can look it up if you don't believe me. I'm quite literally about to risk mine right now for your vague amusement. Thank you. Now the reason it's so much more dangerous on the street is because, unlike the stage, it's not such a controlled environment. There's the possibility of, for example, a nutjob or drunkard, all similar, blundering their way onto the stage and, I don't know, maybe giving me a shove or got a blade down my throat. I would rather that did not happen for obvious reasons, and I'm going to enlist your aid to prevent that from happening. Everybody on this side, you move right up to the red rope and put your toes on the line. The idea is to create a barrier composed of audience. If you see gaps, rear rows, second or third, whatever, fill in the gaps. I want a nice, dense line of audience blocking me in. You didn't even have to be asked. Oh, I like you lot. Along the front, you're pretty good, but again, if you see gaps, fill them in. Box me in, my darlings. Would you mind? If you're not a native English speaker, the hand gestures are fairly unequivocal and easy to interpret. Thank you. Alright, this is happening. You alright, Catherine? It's Catherine, isn't it? Quite forgetful with names. Cool, this is happening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to put the blade to my mouth. I'm going to tip my head, and I haven't done it yet, but I like that face you just made, and I will swallow it. It will then pass down my esophagus, passing my lungs, nudging my heart. This is not hyperbole. Finishing with just a tip, pressing into the pit of my stomach. Once that's been achieved, if that has been achieved, I will then attempt to take a bow. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Once I'm in the bowing position, I will then withdraw the blade, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is your cue for clapping, cheering, screaming, whistling, etc. Okay? You sure? Okay! It's
keep trying for it. Okay! Okay! Right, let's do this. Sorry, that's lubrication. Yes, you can make up your own jokes about that. Family show. In fact, I'm going to move the microphone a little bit because this gentleman over here is quite close to the amplifier, which is fine. There just might be some noises. Here we go. So I'm procrastinating because this genuinely makes me nervous in a street setting. But this is the path I chose. I've done it yet, but thank you in advance.
Ladies and gentlemen, Covent Garden, it is now time for the sandwich of death! And that is where you come in, Catherine. Thank you for your patience. May I have the balloon? Is my eyeliner running now? That's a miracle, because there aren't tears in my eyes. This is just to prove that these are in fact razor sharp. I think I've made my point. Catherine, very shortly I'm going to lie down upon a box set of spikes. Once I'm lying down, I'd like you to place this set long ways upon my chest and stomach. Once I was in position, please listen carefully. Are you alright with that? Cool. Please listen, once I was in position, please listen carefully because there are 3 important rules for my safety. Relative safety. Okay, now please don't be offended, Catherine. This is something I have to ask for insurance purposes. Have you been drinking at all today? Great. Not a problem. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you may or may not be able to imagine, balance is a factor in this stunt. So for the last 5 minutes of the show, I'm going to have to ask for another 2 adult volunteers. All I'd like to do is to stand each side of Catherine with your arm out to help steady her. Amazing, thank you, sir. That was a lot easier than I was anticipating. Normally people are not so forthcoming and helpful as that, and that is greatly appreciated. There you go. What's your name, man? Bill, you can take that side with me, please. That means we just need one more brain soul from the audience. Amazing. How you come, mate? Do I want you to swap over? I prefer not. What's your name, man? Jack. Jack, Phil, Catherine. I forget weird names, so I have to keep repeating them. Jack and Phil. Before Catherine steps up onto the spikes, I said I'd like both to extend an arm in her direction. Catherine, before you step up, I'd like to take on the wrist or hand, whichever's easiest, to either side. Now, Jack and Phil, you are not taking Catherine's weight, okay? That's not the idea. You're just helping her to balance. If Catherine wobbles, I bleed. No pressure. Alright, ladies and gents, we are almost at the finale since we are very nearly at the end of the show. Just before I do this death-defying stunt, there's a few things I need to say. I'm going to keep this part brief because I actually find this bit fairly awkward. If I don't do this little speech, I don't end up making any money from the show. Basically, as you probably know already, this is what I do for a living. I am a professional street entertainer. And as is traditional, with street theatre at the end of the show, I'm going to be standing just here with my hat. If you enjoyed it, you know how it works. Please come forward and put some money in it. Now, if you don't have any money, that is not a problem, ladies and gentlemen. It is no problem whatsoever. If you've got no money, it's fine. Because I've got a card reader. Seriously, if you've got no money, I get it. I know how difficult the last few years have been. If you haven't got any money, just come forward at the end, shake my hand and say thank you. That means just as much to... almost as much to me as a cash contribution. If you're unsure how much to give, I'm not too proud to make a couple of suggestions. Usually I suggest £5 or £10 being a fair contribution for a show like this. Mainly because I know that's how much a beer costs in that pub. And I am awfully fond of beer. If I'm being honest, I reckon this show's probably, certainly worth a £20 note. You would not believe the training and conditioning that goes into this stuff. Oh! And if you're American, it's 50. Think of it as a tariff. Like I said, you can't afford 5, 10, 20, whatever. A few gold coins is also lovely, and I wasn't messing about before. If you've got no money, just come say thank you. And one more thing, I would like to say thank you, because tomorrow, in this same place, we're celebrating 50 years of this kind of performance at Covent Garden. It's a big milestone. You don't need to applaud, because I'm saying thank you. The reason we've lasted 50 years is audiences like you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking the time to stop and watch, and thank you for keeping Covent Garden Street Theatre alive for 50 years. Yes, that's what is known as a natural applause point, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, Covent Garden, without further ado, the sandwich on set! Right, let's do this. Catherine, Phil, and Jack. That was probably a bad time to pull your phone out, youngsters. Sorry, I could probably come up with a more dignified way of getting on this thing, but then I wouldn't be able to make that cheap joke about my genitalia. Never mind. Okay, Catherine, may I have the top set of nails, please? Thank you very much, my dear. Okay, do you remember I mentioned 3 rules? First rule, try and stand in the middle. Try and stand in the middle. Doesn't have to be exact, just do your best. Second rule, please step on right foot first. I'm not going to ask you how much you weigh. I've been told that's a rude thing to ask a lady. But if you step on your left foot, I get all your weight, all at the same time, somewhere. I don't particularly want it. Not that kind of show. Third and most important rule, no jumping up and down. I know it sounds obvious, somebody actually did that to me a few years ago. Please don't. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we'll look at this last. The more painful it becomes, and the greater the likelihood of me sustaining lasting injury. I'm going to try and manage 10 seconds. Once Catherine is standing on the nails, I'm going to shout go. When I shout go, I would like every single one of you, as loud as you can, in unison, to count down from 10. When you get to 0, that's a great time for clapping, cheering, screaming, whistling, etc. And a good time for you to step back off the nails. I've just noticed your bloody dress. I promise my eyes are going to be closed. Okay, just never mind then. Phil, just quick, can you grab my pillow for me, please? Nice one, man. If you could stick that to my head, that'd be great. Otherwise, I'm likely to get uncomfortable. Thanks, man. All right. Catherine, Jack, Phil, I'm ready when you are. Okay, go!
8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Would you mind? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for counting so slowly. And let's give it up for my amazing audience. Give it up for Phil. Give it up for Jack. Give it up for Catherine. Give it up for me. My darlings, thank you all so much for your help, and have a lovely rest of your day in Covent Garden.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Heavy Metal Pete. Thank you to those of you who are still here. You can just say thank you if you got no money, because the exit to this show is through here. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much, my dear. Oh, yeah, we do. My ex-wife I was talking about is American actually, but she can't spend them anymore. Sorry, that sounded a bit bitter. Thank you very much, man. I do. Yes, indeed. If you got cash, drop it in the hat. I have to do this one-handed.
So I used to put the cash out on the ground. I live to regret that, if you know what I mean.
Is that all right?
Yeah, cool then. Look at this lovely woman is holding my hat forward. What? Thank you very much, man. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. It's all right. I turned it on there. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Was that all right for you? You look a bit horrified. Yeah, that should be ready to go. Thank you very much. Cheers, man. Thank you. Thank you for mentioning the whole thing. Thank you, my dears. Fine. Yes, indeed. Fine. Thank you. God, that's ready to go. Thank you very much, man. It's lovely to meet you both. Thank you for watching my show. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on, that. That's all right, I accept all currencies except rubles because of the sanctions. Am I doing another one? Doesn't come without physical cost, this show. That's been done for today. Sorry about that. No worries. There's shows here all day though, and everybody is fantastic. Better than me, most of them. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yep, that's good too. Thank you very much. Cheers, man. Thank you for coming home with me. Thank you very much. Right. That crowd obviously wasn't as big as it looked. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, pull up on the balcony. Normally I ask permission. Do I have your permission to come up there with a hat? Then I will see you very shortly after I've switched off the microphone, because I can't really go back to using found angle again. See you in a minute.
See you later. Joe, you said to me.
Mate, good. So ready? Right.
완전 중립다.
Oh my god, that was so fun. That was so fun. Oh no, I've got it wrong. Great. I reckon my reaction. You got it wrong.
Allora, qua potremmo sfittarci un attimo e farci un drink.
Esta wersja dla ja, zonnebril kopen als ik elke keer moe genoeg vind en dan ja, moet ik wel laten.
Straightforward coach. Some might say easy coach.
Alright. No, you're not. Stop. Yeah, this is the good gelato.
Hi guys, you know the show, right? Instead of just smiling, do you understand me? Is my English okay? Okay, or do you want me to speak in Chinese? Oh, okay, okay. Oh yeah, before I start, it's my first show, okay. 20 years ago, I was talking, now I'm doing a show. So, I just see a little time, okay? If you guys see, okay, just take a few steps forward, all the way to your left. Yes, if you move your leg, your body will follow. Yes, if you don't understand English, just follow my hand.
Everyone.
Oh my God, not you, eh? Mama.
No.
Everybody here, yes, teacher. Because look at this, I'm going to do a show, it's getting dangerous. People like her, will just walk across. I hit her, no more show. Yes. You're laughing but you're not moving. Don't worry, I don't need you, I just need you to protect me. Yes. Oh my God, that's a lot of effort today. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, hi, people over here, just a few more steps forward, yes. If you don't understand English or sign language, I'll speak in Chinese. 过来考这一点 Hi, people at the back. Yeah, you guys see this? Just a step forward. Yes. This family over here, yes, the 91, yes. Alright. Okay. Oh my God, do I have to do it every corner? Oh, hi, Mama. Yes, you've been curious. I promise you, it's worth it. I've seen the show myself 10 times. Super good. I feel like nobody understands my English. Yes, thank you so much. Hi guys. Yes. People are moving. You should follow too. Yes. Alright. Oh my God. Finally. Oh, that could be a lot. Alright. Okay, I'm going to do something just impressive. Okay. I have a warm-up, so I'm going to do something impressive. If this works, everybody else go crazy for me. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay. Sound check 1, 2, 3. Can everybody hear me? Alright, let's get this stuff on the new side.